Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Chief James Skelton with the Houston Police Department. I am accompanied by Chief Noe Diaz, Chief Cawley, and Captain French of the Northeast Division.
Can we spell your name? I'm so sorry. Can I just get your spelling of your name?
Sure. Skelton. The information I'm going to provide you today is preliminary information, as it is subject to change. At approximately 14:19 hours today, the Houston Police Department received a call of a suspicious person with a weapon at 1408 Wayne Street. At approximately 14:26 hours, officers arrived and they noticed an individual, black male, with a weapon. Officers set up a perimeter and gave the suspect verbal commands to drop his weapon. Right behind me there's a blue Connex box, and that's where this shooting took place. So as the officers were continuing to give him verbal commands to drop his weapon, the suspect raised his weapon, and our officers unfortunately had to discharge their weapon. Once the suspect was down, officers attended to our descendant and noticed that there was no further measures they could do. So unfortunately, the suspect died. Let me just revert a little bit. If you look to my left here, there's a church, and the parishioners were letting out. Adjacent to us, there's another church. It was a very dangerous scene for the residents that live in this area, and it's unfortunate what happened today. Prior to what happened before the officers were dispatched, the suspect was inside of the residence threatening family members with a weapon, and he also attempted to gain entry in the back of the residence where there's a screen that is ajar. So that's what kind of led up to this today. And like I said, again, it's unfortunate. The suspect was a 29-year-old African-American male. We had one officer that discharged his weapon today. He's a 3-year veteran of the Northeast Division. I'd like all of you to wrap your arms around this officer. This is very, very tragic for him and his family, and he's going to have to deal with this. So we definitely want to support him. As with any critical incident, there's 3 investigations that the Houston Police Department does. One is our Special Investigations Unit. Second is our Internal Affairs Division for administrative review. And we are also accompanied by the Harris County District Attorney's Office that will conduct an independent investigation. The Houston Police Department is very transparent, and after 30 days we will release the body-worn camera footage. Are there any questions?
You said family was inside. What family was inside their residence?
I don't know all the relations, but they were definitely inside, and he was threatening them with a weapon.
Some family has told us that he had some mental health issues. At any point, was anybody from the mental health division?
Sure, that is under investigations, and like I said, when those officers arrived, right, they were basically seeing an individual with a weapon. So we didn't have all that information, but that's part of the investigation. What we were trying to do is get him to drop that weapon, and I think the officers spent ample time. When somebody raises a weapon, we have no choice.
Was it a relative who called 911 or somebody nearby, a neighbor?
So I believe, and as part of the investigation, that there were multiple people that called. Like I said, there was a church letting out, and there was an individual walking around with a weapon, so you can manage the panic that ensued out here.
When you say, did the officer try using any non-lethal methods at first?
In that situation, when the suspect has a weapon, when he can harm any of our officers, that's not an option.
You said he raised his weapon.
Correct.
What does that mean? Did he point it at an officer? Did he point it where?
Sure, and that's part of our investigation, and we'll release that once we release the body-worn camera video.
So did the officer feel threatened, and that's why he...
Sure, that's what I said, yes. He felt threatened, he had no choice but to use deadly force.
Any other questions?
Any questions? That's it.
And so the suspect just threatened to shoot, but he didn't hurt anybody for himself?
No, like I said, he brandished the weapon and raised it. Okay? Anything else?
What kind of weapon it is?
No, I don't, and that's part of the investigation. Okay.
Do you know if he's had any prior criminal history or any kind of history with that?
Ma'am, I do not have that information at this time. Okay, thank you very much.